All right, Coach, you want to give an opening statement, and then we'll take David's questions.
Yeah, I think it's a good experience. We're trying to see the positive in a game like this. When you come play these preseason games, there are gifts in the fact that they don't count towards your record. So you can come out, you can try some different things, and you learn a little bit, and it's a free pass to go out and learn what you want to learn. We're a team that's lost 4 starters. We lost our very talented front court last year with Mitchell and Johnson, and so we're a team still in search of trying to find some things out there. I think our guard play is strong. I was really proud of the effort that Jessica Harris and Simone came out with as far as their full court handling the pressure that Clemson was putting on them. And it's not just pressure, it's size out there. When you're seeing that size and that strength, that's hard to deal with. And those kids, with the minutes they played, did a phenomenal job of handling the pressure out there. I think the other thing in a game like this is we've had 8 or 9 practices. We start practice October 15th, and Division I's put a rule in a year or two ago where Clemson started September 26th. So it's one of those tough things. Like, no one understands. We're on practice 9; they're on practice 29 at the moment. So it's that makes it a little bit. I think you see that in the first half, second half. We come out in the first half and we're having to make some adjustments. I thought the kids did a good job of adjusting some things. I thought we were better in the second half. But at the end of the day, we're very appreciative to Clemson for playing this game. As an alumni of this university, I've wanted a chance to coach here for a long time, and I'm very thankful that they welcomed us here to play us. I hope they'll consider playing us again in the future. But overall, it's a very positive experience. We're healthy, and we have a lot to learn from this game.
Yeah, you mentioned the size, and obviously that's a big factor. How much did that go into the game plan for this game, and how well do you think your girls executed the game plan, considering that?
Well, their size was out of most of our game plan, and that was tough out there. And there's nothing we can do to simulate those 6'4", 6'3", those big kids that got out there. So that was tough, but that's the great thing for us, is being able to learn that in a game like this that doesn't count. But I think anyone who saw the game saw that the biggest thing in this game is the size made such a difference. That first half, let's be honest, was them doing a good job of working hard in transition, us not doing a good job of matching up with them in transition, and then them doing a good job of getting those kids inside and putting them on the weak side block where we just couldn't match up with them. We tried in the second half to be a little bit better as far as taking away the offensive rebounds, taking away the transition. We played more zone than we really wanted to, and I'm sure that's what Clemson's going to see a lot of this year, is the zone. I think they had 2 made threes up until the last 3 minutes of the game. I think teams are going to make them sit outside and shoot the ball, which we tried to do in the second half, and that helped us. But at the end of the day, there's plays out there, we're going for the rebound, we're trying to get it, and they're just right over us. And not that they're fouling us, they're just bigger than we are. So that had a big impact on the game.
Yeah, you mentioned Brochet and Chelsea. How much does that change the dynamic of what you're able to do and what you want to do?
Oh, it's tremendous.
Yeah.
When you can go inside and get a couple easy baskets, when you got a kid like Chelsea who can hit jump shots, you got a kid like Brochet who's just a strong force around the basket. We were shooting probably, if you average those two up, Chelsea was 50%, Shea was like 62%. You're getting 56% from the floor per game from those two kids. And that's hard to replace. Yeah. Now, I was really pleased with Miriam, our freshman out of Spain. She's a kid I'd like to give a little more time to develop. We had to throw her out there in the fire today. So it was a great job by Miriam coming out. They have her down with 2 blocks. I don't know how you only give that kid 2 blocks. I swear if we watch film, she's got 5, 6, 7 blocks. She did a phenomenal job out there defensively. We've just got to get her a little bit stronger. We've got to work on our offense out there. But that was definitely one of the positives, is seeing what she can do for us defensively. Because whereas Brochet was so darn good offensively, we struggled with those tall post players last year. You look at North Georgia, they had a kid go like 11 and 12 from the field against us. I don't think that's going to happen when you can put a Miriam Ricarte out there defensively. So that's going to help. But you don't replace those 2 kids offensively. I think we can be just as good or better defensively. But it's going to take some time to replace two really good players like that.
Yeah, and a couple of returners, Jessica Harris, Tabitha, and how nice was that Malia back out there again?
Yeah. Great to see Malia coming out there. And Jess, I hate it for Jess because Jess is so much better than what she showed out there today. She's got a skill set. Obviously, we saw all the time, you're a drive first, second, and third kid and a shoot fourth kid. We've got to get her to be a shoot first, drive second kid, because she is a phenomenal shooter. She can hit the three, she can hit the pull-up jump shot. And when you play these tall teams, you can't be a driver against these teams. You're going to have to hit jump shots. And so we're working on that. I think at halftime she was 0-3 from the field. And that's just, we talked about it coming in, we needed Jessica Harris to do better. So, but it's a learning experience. We're working with South Carolina. But Jess is a kid we're really expecting big things from this year. In practice, she's been our best or second best player. I hate it for the people here at Clemson. They didn't get a chance to see how good she really is. Simone, you can tell that kid is pretty special. She's going to be a very good player. She played well today. I had to apologize to her in the locker room because I played her such heavy minutes out there, and we've got to do a better job of getting her some rest, whether that's our bench getting better or maybe we got to get her in better shape. We'll find out as the season goes along whether she's going to have to play those minutes or those other kids can get better. But I think when you look at Jessica Harris, Malia McKenneth, and Simone, throw Ariana Sanders in there who played one of the worst games she can play, and she's so much better than that. She's looked great in practice. I think you'll see a better player than that. And add in Amaya Melvins, who's in the boot right now, who was our starting guard before she got hurt. I think those five are going to do really well. Add the freshman Sarah Cruz in there. We got a 6-guard rotation I think can be special in this league. I feel really good about that. Malia obviously is the key, getting healthy. She's coming back from that ACL and had a rough day in practice. It was great to see her rebound and really she led it with 4 assists, 2 turnovers today. I think she had a couple steals, so 13 points. It was good to see her coming out, and I think she needed as much as anyone to say, hey, I am going to be okay, because a lot of those ACLs is mental, coming back from such a devastating injury. But guard plays good, and we just got to keep working with Tab and Chella and Miriam, our 3 post players. They're not going to be Chelsea and Brachet, but we've got to get them to be strengthen up our back line a little bit as far as defensively and find a little more offense than we did today.
Yeah, and lastly, you touched on it earlier, but whether it's Duke a few years ago, South Carolina, Clemson this year, I know you take a lot of pride in playing these tough games before the season.
Yeah.
What does it mean to the players in the program, and obviously to the fans, because there were a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
So what does it mean to the girls to come to Clemson and be able to play a team of this caliber?
It means a lot. It means a lot to me to see the fan support out there. We've been really blessed. That's what makes Lander and Greenwood special. We've got terrific community support. You guys were probably more aware of it than I was, but I felt like we've had more fans here than they did. So you just got to, anytime you come to a school like this and we've got more fans in here than they do, we're so thankful for the support that our school shows us, and they've come to expect us to, we talk about with our team, people expect us to be good. You know, we've been to 9 of the last 11 NCAA tournaments, and we want to be able to deliver for our fans. We want to give them a product that they're gonna want to come see. Our style of play helps with that. So a game like this, it means a lot. We get to come to a big venue. It's fun for our fans. It's great for our players. It helps us when we're recruiting to let people know we'll go play anybody. And that's why I thanked Amanda and I thank the previous staff for setting this game up. Because I can't tell. I've been trying to schedule Clemson as long as I've been a head coach, and this is the first time since Jim Davis left that we've been able to get them to agree to play us. And I hope that they'll agree to continue to play us again in the future, because it's an hour and 15 minutes up the road. It's where I met my wife. It's very special for me to be back here, and for our fans, for the crew. It's a great game. It means a lot for everybody involved with our program to get a chance to come up here, and I think it's only going to make us better. And hopefully our pressure, like I said, we're young, we're only a few practices in. Hopefully that gave Clemson something that's going to make them better. I think they had 24 turnovers. I'm sure they're not happy about that. So hopefully we can show them some pressure defense-wise. It gives them a chance to work on and improve that. That will help them down the road.
Yeah, a quick follow-up, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
How far in advance are these games scheduled?
It's funny. So our Clemson game was scheduled, probably, I started reaching out to them in January last year, and I think we worked something out in February. And South Carolina, we reached out to them, and I reach out to the same schools every year in January. And some get back to you, some don't. But I'm always trying to get South Carolina, Clemson, Georgia, the big D ones that are close. Duke, North Carolina, NC State. We reach out to those schools. But South Carolina scheduled us. We got a call from them, I want to say in June. And it's funny, I thought, since we didn't hear anything after we sent the message in January, and they called back and they said, hey, you guys have done really well. We want a team that's going to come here and push us. Obviously what they're doing is phenomenal, and they want competition. And I just hope we can give them something. We lost 4 starters, and we're not right now as strong as we've been in the past at this point. Hopefully we'll get there. But I hope, we're so appreciative of Dawn and that staff for playing, so I hope we can give them something on Friday that helps them as well.
Yeah, definitely. Does it for me good? Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for the time, Coach.